Ladies and gentlemen, hold on. My camera's always got to be wonky like this. We are officially live. Welcome back to the Asia session. Hold on, Actually, I gotta make sure we are good to go here. We are about to open up in about 3 minutes for the Asia session. Crazy. Let's get this show on the road. If y'all haven't already seen the last recap of what I put on my channel last session, which was Friday, we went I think it was 6 trades, 5 for 1 or something like that. Honestly, I don't even really keep track at this point. I'm just trying to make some money. That's what I'm focused on about. But either way, opening up in about 2 minutes now. We're just gonna be a little patient here. Let's go take a look at the daily chart and see where we ended last Friday. Ended up just tanking right back down, which is a little bit crazy because we shot right back up. But I was kind of expecting it. Kind of talked about it too, coming back up to around. I mean, I was wrong, half wrong, where it was gonna come back, but said that the market might pull back a little bit and then it just comes right back down. So we kind of saw that on Friday. Still in this zone here, so I mean like the 25,200 to 24,400 range is really just where it's at right now. We're in a chop session, so luckily last Friday I just stuck to scalping and managed to take some wins with that, and I have no complaints. It's really hard though sometimes to just change your bias because sometimes you can become very emotional. Well, I say you by me, I mean me. I get emotional, but one thing is you just got to learn how to adapt to the market. Sometimes your strategy works, sometimes your strategy doesn't. But the best thing that you can do is just try to adapt to what you're given that day. And if you hold a trade, cool, you hold the trade. If not, you just scalp. Stick it to my bread and butter of just trying to get, base hits, base hits. That's where it's at. I think my mic should be working, so let's hope that it is. My OBS is saying that it is, so we should be good. If you wonder, my fan is on. My room is always like a. It always gets hot in here because I get beaten right by the sun with the window. So just I don't want to say hot box because that's not the. I don't want to coin that term for myself. All right, we have about 10 seconds left. Opening up with a gap to the downside. Pretty typical. Kind of saw this little, pattern last week as well. So what I've been seeing trading the Asia session is that when we have a gap open, it's going to pull about halfway and then kind of keep funneling down, which the overnight session going into the Friday New York session was just selling, selling. So the question is, are we going to get the same pattern there? So sell at night, and then once the market opens tomorrow for New York, we get some movement. Either way, just going to be a little bit patient here, and not really much going on. So, well, I say not much, but we just opened up. So, what I do here? Gamble. Stay hydrated too. Don't want y'all to just hear me go, gulping down. Unless you guys want an OBS, an ASMR, Unless y'all want it. Let's make sure my brackets are set correctly. Moving down, this is what? We opened up 35. We're now at 50. Oh, okay, so we've moved over 100 points. All right, yeah, we've moved over 100 points at this open. Really good. Will we see some volatility overnight? I know we had NFP, so we're coming back into this zone now. Kind of a little bit of support zone down here at 24,300s. Ooh, it's lagging. Okay, hold on. Right. Moving down. We're not even 2 minutes yet into the market. And we've already moved over 100 points in a minute. That is pretty impressive, NASDAQ. Tankster, how's it going? Good evening. I think, I don't know where you're at in the world, but good evening for me. We just had big liquidity, but more close to 130. Yeah, I mean, we're moving down. We kind of have some support down at this level down here with this little bounce over here, this big bounce. So I don't know. The question is, do we sell overnight like we did going into the Friday New York Open? Which that was, oh dude, man, that was a terrible day. I know so many people got their accounts blown, and I luckily walked away, unscathed. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it does. I mean, it's very doable too. We already moved down 100 points and like within a minute, which is crazy. Like, yo, these are some big candles, man. This is my bracket, and I'm like, dude, it usually covers like my brackets usually encompass about half of everything, but now we're so small, it's like, oof. Watch it just like full on move to the top, bullish engulf, squeeze out every single short down here. Yeah, during the New York, that's my usual session, but I've been kind of just starting to stream Asia too, just so I can kind of get some more, content out there, to be honest. And if there's movement like this, then I will trade it, right? So it depends. If I make some money here, then I'm not going to trade New York, right? I don't want to try to be greedy. Hey, that sounds cool, man. I'm good though. Uh, normally I stick to my game plan, but I mean, I love seeing other people's, thought process whenever you enter trade. So if we're open, dude, just come hang out. Me, um, pullbacks and really just consolidation. So, and the other part is you're not gonna like what I'm gonna say, but my intuition. Sometimes I'm just like, oh, you know, it's not following intuition, right? Obviously, it's with a little bit of like, you know, just looking at the overall market structure, seeing where we have weakness, where we have strength, and trying to get in on pullbacks. Because I'm just all about base hits, right? Right now, that's my bread and butter. Get some base hits, get some liquidity built up, some capital, and then we can kind of try to see what the market moves. Hey, that's good though, Tankster. I mean, if you're all on, following your plan, that's where it's at. Did I? Honestly, I don't know how I did it. I think we talked about it, right? On one of my streams. I don't even know what I did, but it's on. So I'm like, so I guess I did something. I don't know what I did, but I guess I turned it on. I don't know how I did it, but I'm gonna just leave it, I guess. I think it's interesting too, though, to see the chat. I've never figured out how to turn it on either way, so. Oh man, look, all that big movement, 100 points, and now we're just kind of. I mean, we're still getting some good movement. This is what. Oh yeah, this is a pretty big. All right, I lied. I lied. I lied. For now, we're getting some decent. Well, not decent. Now it's kind of dying out a little bit. Moving on down now. Either way, though, somebody probably caught a short up here. If you did, you got 100 points. Dude, that's solid. Yeah, I use OBS. I think it's pretty typical. A lot of streamers that they use OBS. To be honest, that's really the only one I know, OBS. And for me, I've used it, a long time back ago, and it's just really more easy for me to use, I guess. But if there's some other ones, I'm definitely not gonna say I'm close-minded, but I guess I'll keep my eyes open, my ears open, keep an open mind. I do want to get Streamlabs as well though, so I can probably set up some notifications in my chat. But I haven't done that far. As you can tell, I'm like an amateur live streamer. All I know is that OBS, go live. That's about it. Looks like 250 is holding us up. Looks like, yeah, 250 is holding us up. We're moving back up. What is gonna happen here? We're gonna get the move down. That's a real question. I mean, it's kind of setting for a bear flag from what it looks like, but got this gap now. Well, let's see. This is a 200-point gap. Yeah, let's see. That's 475. This is okay. Maybe it's like 100 points. I'm kind of exaggerating, but I don't know if this is gonna get filled overnight. From what we do know about gaps is if they don't get filled overnight, you know what that means. We might get the move tomorrow, right? Let's see. ES still pumping red. I think the bears are still in control here. Kind of surprising that 250 has held us up. I think the bears might want to break it. This might be just a weak little bear flag, and then it's gonna dump down. Best thing we can just do is be patient though. Not really getting anything setting up. Although we are seeing weakness to the upside, so I mean, a little bit tempted to go short here, but we're at the bottom, so I'm kind of just hands back, hands off for a bit. I mean, we're getting some decent action here. It's not bad. $250s. Oh, you're in East Canada? Is that are you in? I know it's Ontario. I know that's pretty popular spot, like near you border New York. Oh shoot, there we go. Look at that. There we go. There's a 250 break, leaving that Canada down there. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm down south though, a little bit south. Don't tell me you're in Nova Scotia. That's like way east. I've never been there though. Yeah, dude, for real. You've turned a new leaf, Tinkster. Hey, that's great, man. That's great. Hey, I think, I feel that. We're all degens, okay? At some point. Sometimes we are a little bit. Like we're moving on up though. Look, anybody that says they're not a degen, I feel that. I was a little bit tempted to go short there, but that red just like flush candle when it went up and right back down kind of spooked me out. Got a little bit scared. Kind of turned into a little bit of a pansy. Yes, moving on up though. Yeah, see, like, look at this manipulation. And I mean, these are like 20-point pops, 10-point pops. Like, they're killers, I'll stop you all quick if you're not on the right side. Are the bears gonna hold it up? I mean, are the bulls gonna hold it up here? We have about 30 seconds left until we get a new candle to open up. Kind of tempted to take a long just because we have some weakness. Play off of this little putback up. Yeah. Dude, freaking Thursday nights open going into the Friday New York was just full on sell. Like it was just sell, 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 sell. And it was insane. We dropped over 300 points overnight, basically. Uh, from what I've seen, I mean, this is not financial advice, but I know that Monday kind of mirrors the action that happens on Friday a little bit. So now it's not 100% going to happen, right? But I've seen it where Friday it's just trendy one way, right? Maybe it's bullish and then Monday kind of follows it as well. But Friday was choppy, so I know we don't really have any big news tomorrow. We might just get some choppy action. I'm gonna take this long. Let's get this back up, bounce back up to the 55.75. Let's go, come on. Oh no, did I FOMO into this? What's happening? I think I did. I'm probably gonna get stopped out here. Oh. 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 All right. It worked. I was kind of afraid that my stop loss wasn't good enough, but all right, cool. Yeah, I mean, that was kind of a lucky trade. I'm not gonna even deny it, dude. I literally, you saw that I almost got stopped out. It came down like $210. This is also why I have my stop loss at 50 ticks, because if I put it right at 10 points, for some reason, the market will go down 10, stop me out. But hey, dude, I ain't gonna. I mean, if I was born with good luck, I'm not gonna even like. I'm gonna abuse it. Look at that. Oh, let's go. One takeaway. I don't know if it's just my Wi-Fi that's lagging, but look at that, dude. That was perfect, Tankster. Perfect entry. This is my Apex account, so technically it's gonna be my 5th day. So I just have to log in another about $40, $50. Then I should be able to request a payout. So it's my. There's a lot of stuff that is going on in the background, but I'm just gonna be patient here. Wait to see. Yeah, I've gotten a couple like last year. Well, yeah, last year towards the beginning of 2025. Top step. Yeah, dude. Honestly, actually, Tankster, I was just like, yeah, right there with you. I remember when I first started out, I was only with Top Step, and then I moved to Apex. I got some couple payouts. I got denied one payout, and then I kind of just stopped trading with them for 2020, like 5 for the good part of the year, because their rules, they were just adding more rules. But now that they've gone to black and white, I was like, all right, you know what? Let me just try to give them a shot again, see what it's like. So yeah, dude. I mean, oh, you start okay, dude. I totally read that wrong. You started with Apex and then moved over. All right, I did the opposite. I started with Top Step and then moved to Apex, and now I'm trading with another prop firm. I just haven't mentioned their name, but nah, I was like that too. The beginning of 2025, I was still trading with them. I got denied a payout, and then I just was like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna move on, dude. You know, with the old legacy rules that they have, they just had too many rules. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with it. You know, too many rules, and it was already stressful enough just trading alone, and now you got to add rules on top of, oh, I can't go below this amount, I gotta have this, I gotta have this. Like, it was just really limiting me. I wasn't really free to trade the way I wanted to, or with my setup. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna move on, and I moved to another prop firm. I'm still trading with the other prop firm. I have a funded account that I've activated. I will be trading tomorrow with them, which is a daily payout prop firm, which is great. And now I've come back to Apex just because they've changed the rules. Apex, I got denied by Apex. Apex trading, that was back with the old rules. And like that was right when they came out with new rules too for 2025, because 2024 I got some payouts with them, and then the beginning of 2025, I requested a payout. I got denied because one of the rules, I don't even know what I did wrong, and they wouldn't really give me like an explanation of it. So that was a huge turnoff. Luckily, I still was able to take that payout, but I was like, yeah, I stopped with them. I think at the end of January last year, and now I'm starting with them again. Funny enough. Romer, how's it going? Yeah, I only have one account with Apex right now. I'm just trying to. I mean, their new rules seem like it's black and white now. So one thing is, I was like, all right, you know what? Why don't I just try again? Because that was one thing that I didn't like about Apex was just they had so many rules. It wasn't black and white. And at the end of the day, even if you did follow the rules to a T, you were still at the mercy of someone else on their end approving your payouts, which I hated because I'm like, what if that person just doesn't understand trading? So now you're being limited by someone that has no clue about trading, and it's a little bit like unfair. But now they say they got rid of it. I'm just trying it out again to see what it is, right? Romer up in the house. Look at that move up, man. Tankster, dude. I freaking woo. I almost got freaking bottom tick too. I got so I got so lucky with that trade. It was a little bit of luck and a little bit of skill, but you know, I take away from getting stopped out. I was a little bit, like my cheeks would clench. I was like, don't stop me out. Don't stop. Anyways, y'all, we are getting this is pretty good. I mean, it's not like super volatile, but this is some pretty decent action, you know. No, don't even get me started with daylight savings. It's already 5 right now. I mean, it doesn't really matter to me, but man, just the hour is just always a weird transition. But Romer, I think you're from the Netherlands, or was that with someone else? I don't know. I can't remember if it was you that's from the Netherlands, but I think the U.S. is the only one that does daylight savings, right? Okay, nice. Yeah, yeah, you and Magic. Yeah, from Netherlands. Dude, that's one thing I love about trading, man. It brings so many people from around the world together. And to me, like, that's awesome. I like to know other people outside of the US and just, diversify my knowledge of the world. Can't just be closed minded. I think that's one thing that is just kind of I mean, US is big, all right? I'm not going to deny that. We are like, our states are big. You compare that to like Switzerland, you can fit 3 Switzerlands in the state that I'm in, which is kind of crazy to think about. But, you know, it's always good to broaden your horizons, right? Pumping on up. Has anyone or RL told you? Well, actually, no. I do have friends I know that have channels, but that's because I told them. But like, as in terms of like other people just like seeing my other channel, not yet. I'm too small to be honest. I don't think I will. Anybody has noticed me yet? Friday's prices, Tankster. You think we retraced there? Where did we? Are you talking about come back up here? Like tonight? Back up to the 700s? That's a big stretch. But it is possible. I'm not saying it's not possible, right? I'm not down to you, but I'm like, I mean, that's a big move, dude. I'll buy tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if it mirrored like Thursday and Friday session, right? It just sells and then it just opens up and we get a little, a choppy climb back up. Yeah. And also keeping this gap here in mind as well. This is about 100-point gap. So if this doesn't get filled tonight and it opens up tomorrow, that would lead for a kind of a dirty move to back upside. Hey, that's good though. It's always good to, just have your own thesis, your prediction of the market. Let's look at tonight. I'm gonna move to the daily chart. I mean, yeah, we're moving back to this area here. So 200's coming up. 200's was the area that was really holding up everything from the looks of it. This is the daily chart as well. We had a candle that wicked below it, but it was just wicked and bounced back up. Obviously, this is not financial advice, as always, but I mean, you have a higher low right here, kind of a bear flag, breaking to the downside. So do we see 200 and then it kind of recaps back up? So that's a daily chart. And let's move to back to my 3-minute. That's my bread and butter, y'all. I love my 3-minute chart. Of course, I have other charts as well on the other side, like you two already know. But looks like we are still holding here. I wouldn't be surprised if we made another, attempted to break the lows again. Looking at ES is kind of doing the same thing as well, but kind of a tricky spot. I did take my one trade, so we'll see if something really, really, really good comes up. First trade I took, that was a little bit of skill and a little bit of luck. But hey, I'll take that. If my strategy is purely just based off of, being lucky and I get lucky 10 out of 10 times, hey, then that's the best strategy ever. I ain't got no complaints. So, which is good. If I can just lock in another, $49, then we'll lock in a potential payout. Probably close to a G, 1,000. Like I said, the great Kobe Bryant says, job's not done, right? Can't be celebrating it too early yet. I took, let me turn it on here. Where's that freaking show fills? Okay, here we go. I took a trade here. It was literally, I think, 2 minutes before you joined in, Romer. So it was on 17, it was 5:12 my time, so 17:12. But I took a long position down here at this level, basically around 44. Almost got stopped out. It came away, I think, a couple ticks away, and then it went back up and hit my take profit. So that's the first trade that I took. Took this one because I saw the wick that was being left behind, so I wanted to just join it for a quick pop up. Almost got stopped out. Definitely got lucky. Didn't get it, stopped out. And then that's the first trade. And now we're here. One thing I do love is I kind of like trading the open. It's kind of a bit, it is a little bit gambling. I'm not going to lie. But I like the quick movement. And especially with, my just base hits, I like to get in and just get out. So, when I can place the perfect entry for that bounce or rejection, it fills me out, goes straight to my profit. I can be done and out. But yeah, that's the trade that I took. And this is on the Apex account. So this one's at, don't mind 50, that isn't true. So this is a true balance, is 3,206 and 80 cents. So that was all within, today technically would be the 5th day. Look at this move. Yeah, I think we still have a chance to go down lower, maybe fake another breakout. What I think if the Bulls really wanted to control it, it should have been a V reversal. That would have been so much better for the Bulls, which it could still go up. It doesn't have to come down, right? Market does whatever it wants. Exactly, Warmer. Gambling is when the outcome is uncertain. So, even though we may have a bias, we may think like, oh, it's gonna happen. It doesn't have to happen, right? Which I don't care. I don't care what labels other people want to put on us as traders or what people want to label me. Speaking specifically, I'm here to make money. If I make money, and I accomplish my goals and my dreams, whatever, I'm happy. Because the price, it doesn't matter. Because either way, I'm a win. Tingsir, no, I don't speak Chinese. I would love to learn how to speak Chinese. I think that would be cool. But no, I don't speak. I think I am I am Hmong, which is I think it's not really Chinese. Long story short, we're kind of the same, but we are not, like, completely different, I guess. You know, I don't know the full story of my people, but I know that we have a few words that we probably share, but it's a bit different. TJR's live stream. I have not. To be honest, I don't even really keep up with a lot of traders out there. I think I'll tune in with the good old Patrick Whelan. Everybody knows him. I know that trades with Matt too. Those were the first two that I really started watching out whenever I got into futures, because I started with Top Step and they were the faces of Top Step. So I was like, oh, let me check out these guys. But that's really about it. I don't really watch if anybody. But to each their own, man. I think I have seen. Funny though, I do know who TJR is. I've seen some of his because whenever I'm on social media, some of the stuff that they do, I think, pops up on my stream, and I'll just see it. But I have not. I try to keep to myself for the most part and just focus on what I'm doing until I make money. Hold on, y'all. Gotta close out or something here. Yeah, that's the best way to do it, Gangster, is like really just doing your own thing when it comes to trading. Because I remember when I first started out, I think I was like, I would tune into people's stream and I don't follow their trades. I just like to have like somebody else talk whenever I was trading. It's like, I don't know, when you have your handheld where you start a new job, you're like, man, like I just need you to watch me do my stuff. But in reality, I was like, I just gotta learn how to do my own stuff. Once I just started training my own, I was like, okay, really gaining confidence, and things kind of took off there. 3 years. Oh, not bad. No, yeah, dude. Definitely. A lot of the great traders, actual great traders, are one, very obsessed, and they are like actually making big money to where they don't care. But there are some YouTubers. It's very small, right? Obviously, a lot of traders in this space that are on social media make money from social media. That's where the majority of the money comes from. For me, I ain't making money from either. So right now, I'm just a small fry on YouTube and the social media sphere. And my trading is, going okay to where I'm barely a break-even trader, if that. Traders get popular, yeah, it's crazy, dude. The power of social media is amazing. I mean, my thing is, for me also as well, I want to make money from social media as well. I'm not gonna lie, in the spirit of transparency, because trading is great, but ultimately, I've said it before on my past live streams, but I don't want to trade for the rest of my life. Like I'm doing it now to make money, but what I really want to do is just build a capital, take it and invest it, and really be able to step back off a little bit to where I can enjoy my own life a little bit more. You know, once I start my own family, I want to spend time with my family and travel, right? And training's great, but I don't. If I'm not here clicking the button, nothing's happening unless I code my own code, right? Which I am open to that as well. You know, I'm thinking maybe down the road, especially with the power of AI and stuff that what we're doing with AI nowadays, I'm probably going to try to utilize that and try to code something. But once I do that, I mean, I'll probably just get on stream for fun, to be honest, you know, for entertainment. I mean, right now I'm doing it for entertainment as well, but probably not take it as seriously down the road. Obviously, not be a full DJ and just get on a full port, right? But yeah, I think he sells courses right from what I've seen on him online and stuff. But it's crazy how much some people can just make off of selling courses. Guys, maybe that's what I have to do too. You know, maybe I need to turn into not just a full on DJ. I need to be a villain. Just, hey, buy my course. I'm just kidding. I think if I were actually good, then maybe I would, right? But that's only after being official good. I'm talking like profitable year over year. But for now, I ain't gonna do that. Let's see. Look at the market. Come back up to the top of the zone here for this range. So 300. I think if they close above this wick, well, that's 320. Good chance market could just rip back up for a little bit. But right now, we're stalling out. Not getting much movement. ES is pumping back up to the top of its range as well. So obviously that's going to be taking NASDAQ up there. Now we're showing a little bit of resistance. So the question now becomes, is this where the bears, you know, are looking to step back in and drive the market down? Best thing we can only do is be patient, right? The juice is down out though. After a 100-point move, volatility has gone back to the typical Asia session. There we go. 300 is coming up. Let's take a look at ES here. Romer, you're in long? From where at? Are you long here? At the breakout? On the 5-minute, we just have green, green, green. 290s. Okay. Oh no! Oh, oh no! I hope you went, Romer. Bids at okay, so it's like it's toying with your entry. $300s. Got about 30 seconds until the new 3-minute candle. So are the bulls gonna close it up here? I don't think it would be a good look for the bulls if, you know, they close red. I'm not trying to hear nitpick your entry, but I'm just kind of thinking out loud of what I would look for because I'm kind of tempted to go short, but I'm like, because we're at the top of the range. Okay, good close. Yeah, that's good though. You know, small risk, high reward. Hey, it might work out. I think you're trading, Romer. You trade with your live account, right? Your little, not little. I'm sorry. I hate when people say, "Oh, your little thing." It's not little, right? But with your personal account, you trade with your personal account, right? If I remember correctly. Oh yeah. I hope you get that win, man. Take the dub. The bid's at 96. They're holding it up. I think they want it back above 300s. Ask is at 300. There we go. They're getting above it now. Let's go. Win, win, win. Get that dub. Get that dub. That's where it's at, man. Tell you what, though. I think if Apex really is just like black and white rules now, and you don't have to go through all that trouble, it would be nice to get multiple accounts back with them. Obviously, it's not just gonna be with this platform. I want to get multiple accounts across other platforms as well. You know, what I've seen is that's the way to do it. It's just have a bunch of multiple accounts. It works out too. I know I've said it in the last stream, but when you have multiple accounts, it kind of takes the burden off your shoulder to try to make so much money. And it's just like the greed, you know? Because when you have one account, I'll speak from my own experiences. Having one account, I'm like, man, I gotta get to payout with this. You know, I gotta make X amount. And in reality, it's just a lot of stupid things that I've set for myself. Some stupid goals, like a money goal. Like, dude, that was such a stupid thing I did when I first started out, thinking, hey, let's make $500 a day. And if I don't make 500, I'm not happy. And if I make 499, I'm not happy until I see that 500. And that would, I mean, even nowadays, I still do some of that. I still have those tendencies. It's it's gotten better, but right now, I think that's one thing that I'm really just trying to fight and get over is the greed. To be honest, I don't want to try to be too greedy. Oh no, Romer, it's coming down. No. Or maybe if you already took profit, then hey, that's great. If you already took profit, oh dang, what is going on? Moving back down. Looks like ES is kind of doing that as well. Might look for a short. If we keep holding resistance up here. 10 points. Did you get 10 points? Oh. Dude, that's tough, man. I think it might have just wicked you out. Dude, that's so frustrating. No way. Is it gonna do this to you? That's good. That's the right mindset, Romer. That is the exact right mindset. You took your trade, you took your setup, and that's where it's at. Anything else that happens after that shouldn't matter. What matters is that you take your setup, right? That's where it's at. All right, Tankster. It wicks you out. You back in. I've done it before too, because I've been emotional. Who hasn't been here, right? You're like, all right, looks like it's finally going the way I wanted to. Nope, it just wanted to suck you in. And then the times where you're like, all right, you know what? Maybe I won't do it. That time that you don't do it is whenever it keeps going the way you want it to. Watch you. Watch this just like fully engulf this candle. We fill the gap within like the next 10 minutes. That would, oh, I would just rage quit, to be honest. At that point, I'd be like, you know what? I'm done. Screw you, market. I'm done. I'm out. ES is flipping red. I think we might have a good entry for a short up here. See if I can get tagged in. 301. Let's get this short fill. I want to look to see if we can take this back down to the range, just because seeing some weakness in ES as well. Granted, that's if I get filled in here. Ask is at 98, 97. If this bumps down to 95, I'm gonna kill the trade. All right, we are in short. Just gonna try to play off a short off the rejection of the top up here. See if we can get this pull back down. Seen some weakness of ES as well, so want to see this flip back down here pretty quick. Don't want to see it hang out up here. That would not be good. All of this close is not good. 1 minute candle. Okay, nice. Do you only trade off the 1 minute? Like, do you look at any higher time frames, Romer? Because I've traded it before, dude. The 1 minute is kind of wild, kind of crazy. I don't know how you do it. I mean, 3 minutes pretty small too, but like the 1 minute candles are moving like super quick. Okay, so 1 minute. Okay, I see what you mean. I feel you. I feel you. That's valid. All right, don't want to see the stall up here. I want to see us break down. So it doesn't seem like it's gonna be happening. It's not a good look. But I want to see us flip back down. Let's get ES to flip bread. ES looks kind of okay. Oof. What's gonna happen? Still showing strength. Looks like I might get stopped out here. I think I might have been bedazzled. I might have been possessed. Let's see if the bears have enough strength though, still to push it down. Let's push it back below 300 and get that breakdown to 90. So fake out some of the bulls, so the break up here. Got about 45 seconds until we get a new 3 minute candle. Want to see this close red. I don't want to see it close up here. There we go. Let's get this pushed down. Come on, come on. ES is moving to the downside. Let's push it down. NASDAQ, come on. Close it below my entry. And then let's get this breakdown to 90 and 75. Good. ES is starting to flush a little bit. Let's see if we can get NASDAQ to follow suit. Still showing strength. Not good here. 3 seconds. All right. Close the doji. On a 5 second. 5 second? Dang. What is that even like? It doesn't seem like we're just stalling here. This is I hate this. Literally turning my entry into support. Come on. Let's just break below my entry. Let's go to 90. ES is moving. I might get stopped here. Come on, come on. Let's break it down. Let's break down. Take it back to 300s. Let's get 303 on the bid. ES is moving on up though, so. Oh, this is so frustrating. All right, I'm just gonna kill it there, dude. All right. I'm still up. I'm up $28. I don't care. I don't want to take the full loss. This is toying with me, dude. Watch it just flip down now. But man, okay, good thing I killed that. 5 second though, dude. Man, let's go. I don't think you can even do 5 seconds on on Tradeway. Can you? No, you can. It's down here. What is it like? Oh my goodness. I can't imagine that. When you trade the 5 second on the New York Open. Let's do here. I think the short probably is still valid, but I'm gonna take that full, not take the full loss. I'm just gonna take that right there. Probably get in short here again. Let's see if we could get another doji close though. I'm glad I killed that trade though. I wasn't feeling it. So it still leaves us in the profit of $28. I'm fine with that. I would rather be up 28 than be down 50. Man, I was holding my breath. I was like, all right, come on, candle. Do me a solid. It didn't. 1 for 1. But we're up. That's what matters. Probably should have seen this wick though. We came right back up and tested it too. This is where the first wick on the 3-minute pullback. I think the shorts probably are still valid. We just got to be patient because that was such a weird move. It's kind of teetering, so it's stair stepping up. At some point, it's just, I'm thinking it's going to cave. But it doesn't have to happen right now. Could be later. Could be whenever. EOS is looking great. It had a red candle and then it just all of a sudden pumped green, pumped bullish. So that dragged it up. That was also the reason why I wanted to kill my trade early. Because like if EOS is moving up, like that's not good. If EOS was flushing, then yeah, I probably would have held on to that trade, but it was not going the way I wanted it to. Go finding this move. I think we're finally starting to see that weakness. It'd be great if we can get this fill in here and then we pump back down here to 89. So if I get fill in here, I'm going to hold on to this trade. We got about, what, 48? So we still have 2 more minutes, about a minute and a half left until we get the new candle. So watch it just flush now. That would, oh, here we go. There we go. There's a flush. I don't think I'm going to get filled. We'll be patient. See how we react here. Because I think we're still valid. I still think that we are valid. Obviously not financial advice here. You know, don't copy my trades, but I think we still got some room to the downside. We're just stair stepping up. Not a good look. Oh, there it goes. It's just going to go red now. Full on red. No time for any entries. It said, hey, nope, we're not giving it to you. About, is it 52? No, we got about 10 seconds left until we get this new candle open. EOS has come back down to earth as well. This better not just go big green again. Watch it just fall on green up. I wouldn't be surprised if it did it. No wick though, so I think we will get a wick to the bottom side. ES is moving down, showing weakness as well. Oh, and ES is up here. There it is. Red, green, red, green, red, green, red, green. Up and down, up and down. I like this for sure. Let's get this pump back down here. It'd be neat if we can flush back down to the 80s from here, but we'll see. This one, I'll take the full loss at this point. And immediately go straight to, oh. Oh yeah. 100%. Let's see if we can flip this and come back down to this range here. Kind of come back to earth. There we go. Let's go, Bears. Get this move back down. Don't want to see it close up here. I want to see this turn red and we flip back down to the bottom of the range at the 80 level. Or we just sell off to earth again, fall off the moon. See entries at 2. I'm not liking it. Come on. Come on, Bears. We need you to push through. What's going on? They don't want to go down. 10. There we go. Got about 20 seconds. So I want to see this close red. It would be great if we can get this 3-minute candle to close red. But it doesn't seem like that's going to be happening. We're just hanging up here. Yeah, that's not a good close. Oh, what's going to happen? Oh, yeah, for sure, dude. I can definitely feel the emotions coming in a little bit. Yes, pumping up. Yeah, dude, that's the biggest thing. All right, yep, stopped out. So we are down 224. Not bad. We can always make a comeback. Let's take a break. We were up. I probably should have just taken profit. I hope this keeps going up. Don't come back down. But yes, self-awareness. It's such an ugly move to the upside, dude. Going up, coming down. We'll get a repeat of a Friday morning session. Oh, there we go. All right, this is a bit dumb, but I'm going to put my stop loss up here. Let's go. This is probably a stupid trade right here, but I'm going to take it. Put my stop loss up there. Oh, what's going on? This is probably my last trade. If I take a loss here, we are calling it. So if I get stopped out here, I'm going to call it. And we'll go on, move on with our live. Ooh. Oh, I should have looked at the 5 minute. Should have, could have, would have, right? Seen ES flush here. Let's go. Get this move back down. Let's bring it back down to earth. All the sellers are just getting bought up. Where are the bears? There we go. Let's get the bears to come in. There we go. There we go. Move it to break even here. Don't do this to me. Go down to my... All right, you know what? I'm killing it right there. All right, we're done. That is that. I'm up 82.60. We're done. We are done. No more trades on this account. No more trades. No more trades. This is what I wanted to see right here. This is what I... You know what? We're done. We are done. Dude, this is what I wanted. I had a feeling over here. I was like thinking about moving my stop loss up because I was like, dude, I probably want to put it above this candle because I have a feeling it's going to come up and stop me out. But that was definitely a dumb trade. That last trade there. I'm not going to even hide it. That was 100% an emotional trade. But I just had the conviction that we were going to get that dumped down just because we were getting the stair stepper up. I was like, dude, this is not a move, a reversal, right? It could still happen, but I was like, I don't know, it doesn't seem right. Of course, it comes away with a couple of takes from but you know what? Hey, we are back in the positive. I'm up $82, and I still have some more to trade. And I still have another funded account as well, but I guess we can just kind of hang out now on the stream. I don't want to hide any of that, you know. I think I need to be transparent. That was definitely an emotional trade. I'm glad I took profit. I just decided to kill it. That was such a dumb trade. I should have walked away after the first trade, but I didn't. Look, now it's moving back up. What is this? Dude, what is this? Oh, I'm so glad I took profit. I don't know what the heck's happening here. Look, Tankster man, they're listening to you, dude. The market makers are listening to you. No, I'm sorry. I'm freaking stupid. Your FBI agents is listening to you. You know, you may not be here in the US, but their phones are listening, man. Whether you think it or not, everybody's government is spying on them. They know what you're saying about them. They just can't come after you. Watch this move down here. This is just a fake to the upside. It's going to pump back down. Watch it. It's going to flip red. It's going to come back down. I wouldn't be surprised if it did that. I'm telling you, Tankster man, dude. Your government's spying on you, dude. Anything you say out of your mouth, your phone can pick it up. That's not confirmed. I'm kind of just joking, but it's like a running joke. I think everybody out there in the world kind of has come to this collective agreement of if you want something, you just say it in your phone. Here we go. It's about to flip red. Watch. Fake to the upside, and we're going to come back down to earth. Just had to stop out some people above this 20 level. Here comes the sell side liquidity. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to see it. It's coming. But either way, let's see here. I took, I think, 3 trades total. What did I do? 4 trades. Oh, I did take 4 trades. Yeah. So we're at 2 and 2. But I think shorts are still valid up here, you know? With that fake out, I think they finally broke through the liquidity from this little wick right here at 20 and 25. So now that they broke through it, this is probably where they start kind of teetering back down. I would not be surprised if that's what's going to happen here, because it looks like it's happening. You know, the move that I wanted to happen is happening later, which that's how trading is, I guess. You know, sometimes you're the hammer, sometimes you're the nail. But either way, though, I'm still glad that I'm up positive, even if it's just $82. Hey, from the 200, I can definitely squeeze another. I mean, I have base hit, dude. Getting 10 points tomorrow morning would not be tough for the New York Open. So potentially, I don't want to keep talking about it because I don't want to squander it, right? The job's not done yet. So don't want to be that guy that celebrates too early. It's like that guy that instead of taking profit, he just takes a picture of his trade and then it goes against him and he moves his stop loss. And instead of, you know, walking away with something green, he walks away with nothing. And when I say nothing, I mean he blows his account because he says the trade's gonna come back. So you know what? I'm just gonna adjust my stop loss. Surely, and then at some point he just removes his stop loss completely and says, you know what? Screw it. You know the market, like if I don't have a stop loss, it's gonna rebound. Stop above the high. I'm rooting for you, Romer. Bad, bad, bad. I'm rooting for you, dude. I hope you kill this trade. You take this dub, you can get all the money in the world. Let's go. Go for Romer. Right? And anybody else out there that is trading, take the win. You know, that spike up was a little bit. If you're long here, somebody's trying to push the market up. But I think the Bears have gotten their liquidity. Something's about to happen. It's looking like a bear flag. It's just getting tighter and tighter. There it is. The wedge is getting smaller and smaller. Huh. Funny enough, right where I took a profit was where it bounced off. Interesting. Interesting. Let's remove that though. Yeah, showing weakness up here. I think the Bears still have as long as they can hold this, the Bears can keep the resistance up here. I think they still have a chance. On the 5-minute, they're rejecting off the ADMA as well. And my VWAP is non-existent. I have it on here, but I'm not actually paying for it. It's just kind of grandfathered in because I've always kept my VWAP on ever since I started with Tradevate, or ever since I founded or started using. I didn't find the VWAP; it was created by somebody else. But ever since I started using it, it what do you call it? What do you call it? It has stayed with my account. So sometimes whenever I log in, it's there. Sometimes whenever I log in, it's not there. Coming down, coming down. I think if the Bears break it below 90, good chance that they are coming in. Oh, My Wi-Fi is getting acting all kind of wonky here. There we go. There's a 90 break. It's 606. If the Bears can close it below 90, I think they're still valid. So a good chance that they might come back down to this level here, 60. There we go. That was a trade that I went. That's a trade I should have went short. Romer, I hope you come back from getting your tea, dude, because you're winning your trade. Come manage your trade. Hi. This better not just do a wick right back up. What I think is happening right now is it's pulling back, squeezing in some bulls, and then it's just gonna fall again. Cause it's only been a minute past this 3 minute. Keep falling. Come back down. That was like a 15-minute point. Wow. I'm trying to speak too fast. I'm combining words. That was 15 points to the downside. Coming right back up. Oh, dude, that's so tough. And it comes right back down. What is going on? Is there some news out there, or is my Wi-Fi just that trash to where it's not catching these moves in time? And I do say my Wi-Fi is trash because sometimes it just cuts out. I pay money too, all right? I'm not broke, guys. We pay for good Wi-Fi. We're just being thwarted. They're coming after us. Continuation to the downside here. Get this closed down here. Get that bullish close. There we go. I think it's a good close for the Bears. Man, yeah, ES just shot down as well, so it might try to pull it back a little bit green, but come back 90.95 and just yeet. Break it through. What do we got on the there's that break. Kind of ugly, but get the idea. Yeah, there we go. Super simple trendline break. Remove that. Remove it. Remove it. New 5-minute candle as well. We're moving down, ladies and gentlemen. Bulls are fighting very hard right now. ES is still going back down to the lows. On ES, take a look here. 29.75 is holding it up. ES is about to break it. I think if ES breaks 69.25, it's going to flush it down along with NASDAQ. 70 is holding up, so break 70 and there we go. 70 is holding up perfectly on the dot. Break 70, go down to 60s. There we go. See, everything's perfect, right? When I'm not in the trade. Whenever I'm not in, everything goes the way I want it to. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm definitely salty that this happened. But hey, I walked away in the green. I need to be happy with that, right? Get your mind on the right track. Yo, he's winning, man. Romer, you better come back from grabbing your tea, man. You can drink your tea later. Hold off the tea. You need to focus on managing your trade. It's come back up. No. If he got in at 300, I think he got in up here. 305. He was up about 30 points. Either way, Tinkster, it's good that you're not trading this move here too. You're not trading this price action. There's some junk. Oh, he's back. The man is back. Romer, you're in profit. How much are you up? You missed out, dude. Oh, okay, it's still coming down. Still coming down. I bet it holds a weak little 3-minute bear flag here and then just continues falling down. Nice, nice, nice. I think walking away was probably the best move because this thing retraced back up green and then it just shot red. So still going good. That definitely, when it pulled back up, I would imagine it shook out a lot of people. It would shook me out. Shoot. I'm not gonna lie, you guys. Coconut tea sounds pretty good. We have a like lemon tea. It's not made out of lemon, right? But like one thing about Americans, if you come to the US, I think you're in the US. I can't remember where you're from. But if y'all come down, sorry, not come down. If y'all come to the US and you go to the South, be ready to drink some sweet tea. Squeezing some lemon in there. Absolutely pristine. Us Southerners love our sweet tea. That's just how we do it. And I say Southerner, yes, I may be Asian, but I was born in the North, but I grew up down here in the South. So living in the Southern states, definitely where it's at. You how to feel me? Y'all feel me? That's why I use that word y'all so much. It's so convenient. I don't have to say you all, I just say y'all. Howdy, y'all. Y'all doing this? Y'all doing that? Man. Still winning, Romer. I hope you win big. What'd you get in at? What's your entry at, Romer? You're at what? Because you got in up here maybe around 5, I think, 10s. So you'd be up 30 points now. So you're up $60 because I think you trade with micros. Yeah, 309. Sitting solid, my man. Oh yeah. And its market has moved to watch. It's like watching paint dry again here. Yo, Gutsy, how's it going, man? Go long, dude. Nah, man. This is a dangerous spot to go long. If anything. Look, I've already been burned, man. Look at these trades I've took. 4 trades. Ugh. The first one was a winner, and I should have stopped after that. But I was like, why don't I try to squeeze in another 200, get it above that $50? You know what I said before that too? It's saying, hey, I don't need to be greedy. Guess what I did? Well, I say it was partly greedy, but I was like, yeah, this is kind of the setup that I take, so I kind of, I need to take it. What's in my setup, so I'm choosing to take my setup. And then I got emotional over here and kind of let my emotions get the best of me. But we walked away green. You know what? I'm happy with that. Yeah, that was what I was looking at too, Romer. That's why I went short and I kept going short. I didn't go long. I didn't go long at all because we didn't have the VV reversal. So I was like, yeah, if we keep showing resistance, I want to take it short. But unfortunately, it's just, I was right, but I was wrong. And this is what this is what I talk about in the stream as well. I've mentioned it. It's not anything like groundbreaking, right? I'm not saying that this is something that I've created. But in trading, you can be right and be wrong. And you can also be wrong and be right. In this case, I was right that it was going to go down. But I was wrong twice. Market stopped me out. Really, I had a general idea of this wick, and I was like, probably should wait for that. But got impatient, definitely got emotional. Had this not broken down, I think I would have been a broken man. Yep. Never marry a bias. That is 100% true. Unless maybe you're at all-time highs, because if we're at all-time highs, you kind of maybe want to marry just going long, because that's literally what happened whenever we went to all-time highs. That was crazy, so crazy, because the market just kept going up, and you could have just closed your eyes. It felt like, and just let the market go long. Close your eyes, go long, which is crazy. But sometimes that's just how it goes. I think that's what people said what trading COVID year was like. Because I think I started at the tail end of COVID, so 2021. Because I think 2020 was the big year of it. And then obviously, as soon as I started trading, everybody's like, "Yo, dude, I made so much money in 2020. Like, this is insane. Like, you just went long and all that jazz." I was like, "Man, of course I started a year late. You know, start a year late, and then I get battered up for a year. Don't make any money for 2 years. I think it was 2 years. I still have the video of me taking my first ever payout. I just have it privated. Somewhat, Romer. I mean, with the fixed R&R, sometimes I'll change it, like how you saw me kind of adjust it. Obviously, that was me getting a little bit emotional, but I was like, man, dude, like, I just had a feeling like we were gonna come down. But yeah, kind of I guess you could say discretionary trader, kind of just trading what I see, because I like to just trade off price action and based off little patterns I've recognized. Right, one biggest thing is obviously just looking for bear flags and whatnot. It's super basic. Anything I trade, it's not anything that is super secret and gonna make you rich anyway. Like all the stuff, it's just stuff I've learned 5 years ago when I first started. And that's really it. Set up this lower high. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the lower high to bump it back down to 60s, back to this pivot point. But fixed R&R on that, yep. I try to just take base hits as much as I can, really. Larp, like I need to be more of a degen. Put on a persona, be someone that I'm not. I mean, I could, maybe I should. I just need to sell courses and fake all my payouts, fake my entries, be that guy that says, I'm up 3,000 points. I called this that we were going to be at this level 3 years ago. Look where we're at. I'm that guy, pal. I'm that guy. No, I'm just kidding. Kind of thought, I mean, to be honest, I really kind of thought about it because when you stream, though, I'm going to be honest with you guys, you kind of have to put on a little bit of a persona, but I try not to as much to put on persona. I really just want to be like genuinely me on stream because it's kind of hard. If you play a persona, that's how people perceive you, right? And then whenever you're around these kind of people, kind of by tendency, you want to act like that instead of being who you are. And I feel like that's probably what just turns off so many people from online is that they can't be them. They have to be some kind of persona. It can get pretty tiring too at times to be someone that you're not. So if you're just yourself, it's easy. You don't have to worry about anything else. Yeah, Roman, 100%. Everybody has a different philosophy. I mean, it's the philosophy is more so like the same. Everything's kind of the same. Like it's all going in the right direction, but like you said, it fits their personality and their style. And that's really like, to be honest, that's the secret to trading. is when people said you find your edge, find your edge, find your edge. The strategy matters too. Everything matters, okay? I'm not saying that one or the other doesn't matter more. Both of them do. But trading the way that fits you is really where you start to find, your edge. And for me, you know, a little bit of that is just taking base hits instead of trying to swing for the fences all the time. Hey, I'll get on my little wins. Sometimes I'll change it up. And what I just do is like, you know what? I'm going to adapt to what the market gives me. How about that? And that's what really matters is finding what fits you. And sometimes I want it's not sometimes. Whenever you first start out, yes, you want to follow somebody that is profitable, right? You kind of imitate, you learn from them, but eventually you kind of break off and you kind of get your own style. Somebody gets you started, but you kind of find out the way that you want to trade, the instruments you like to trade, NASDAQ, gold, you trade metals. Maybe you're a crypto trader, right? Not everybody's is a future. Maybe you're better at options. You find your style and you just roll with it. And if it's working, you don't change it. Just stick to it. The only thing is adapting your strategy to what the market gives you. I think that's what a lot of, I've kind of studied. And this happens outside of trading as well, is what you see somebody do. The biggest mistake when they keep hopping from strategy to strategy, or they keep going from that shiny rock to that next, shiny rock, is because one, they're not sticking around long enough, but they're just not really finding their style in it, right? They keep following somebody and they're being somebody that they're not. And it's not until you find out that, oh, I just have to do it my way, right? That's when things kind of start to click. You're like, oh, okay, this is how it's done. This is who I am. This is how I do it. Here we go. There's this little lower high. I wouldn't be surprised. Show some more resistance here. And then it kind of teeters back down. ES is kind of moving its way back to the top of its range, though. This is like a repeat of Friday, but now we're doing overnight. That's so annoying sometimes. Oh, there's that move. I mean, that's only 10 points. It seems like it's big, but I'm just super zoomed in, and yeah. I think we're approaching the record because I think I at most at 6 concurrent viewers. But hey, dude, if you guys are tuned in, appreciate you guys tuning. Oh, we're moving down. Romer, hopefully you're still in that trade, dude. You're sitting solid. We're moving on down. Looks like they might come down to 60s. Exactly. Don't try to find the Holy Grail. They're trying to find. Yeah. It's finding what fits you. Because it's not a one shoe fits all. Now, it's the same mindset, but like the way you do things is kind of match it with your personality, right? Match it to you. Thanks for. Remember, the Holy Grail is you, man. It's just the way you trade. You are the Holy Grail. And that's all it is at the end of the day is, because the best thing we can do, really, day traders are just risk managers. As corny as it sounds, timeout. Wow, I should have held up here, right? No, that's crazy. Romer, dude, you're sitting good. Hopefully you didn't get shaken out up here at 95 because you're eating now. About 40 points. Let's go. All right, still in. Take that dub. But yeah, the Holy Grail for me, I found out it's just I am, like I am, I have to be the Holy Grail. I am. It's just committing to doing things that are not stupid, not making the dumb decisions. And I say that, but I literally just did up here, right? But you kind of learn as you go. And it's just not repeating the same mistakes. Really is where it's at. Committing to just being disciplined. And like I said, day traders, we're just risk managers. Because everybody at some point we'll have a winning trade, right? It doesn't matter how big, but on the flip side, it's just when you lose, how much do you lose? You know, we've all went on tilt. I'm guilty of it too. I'm not saying that I'm perfect, but the reality is that when you lose money, you don't need to be losing so much. Because if you can keep your losses small and your winners bigger, then everything should work out, right? You know, in theory, it sounds so simple. One thing though, I do want to do is, like I said, down the road, I do want to code and kind of just trade off of that strategy. Because that way I can be hands free, right? Even then, an algo, a bot is not going to be 100%. Never, it will never, never, ever be 100%. You know, that's a fact. Now, there may be an algo bot that is out there somewhere that is winning 100%. But if that's the case, nobody's sharing that. Nobody is sharing that. But the good thing about creating a bot is I just want to create another me that can take the same trades I take, but I don't have to be there to take that trade. And I'm gonna do that once I probably get it, go on the live account, right, on my own personal fund. But when I'm trading prop firms, I'm trading myself. But creating that bot, being able to code that is definitely gonna be, you know, it's on my mind. I think Sarah found a way to visualize kind of audition. That's great, Tinkster. Sorry. You remind me of quant traders. Those guys, they make the huge money, and that's like the level that I will want to get to, because I know that the quant traders, they code their strategies, and it's high risk, high reward. But those guys they're the ones that are truly, you know, making the big bucks. So, Romer, you back tested entries that literally. Yeah, did you do that on a bot, Romer? Because like I'm always interested to just hear about like the results that people that code. Because I know there are some YouTubers out there. There are some services. Because I've watched some YouTubers be like, "Hey, I bought this service to day trade and gave them money." Oh, not a bot. If you do and do the studies, let me know. I just want to know like everything that goes behind it. But I would definitely want to be learn how to be a quant trader, code and all that jazz. There's another Asian guy out there. Funny enough, you know, let's go Asians. Anyways, he's a he's a chill dude. I think he's in his 40s. I don't know if y'all have seen him before, but can't remember his name. Shoot, he's a chill dude. He used to be a quant trader, and I remember like watching him talk about it a little bit of like his experiences. I mean, obviously he's not trading now. The dude just make a bunch of money, so he's like retired and he's just traveling now. But I know he did quant. But quant trading, you got to be a little bit, know a little bit of your math. And it's more so quant. It's just like probabilities. That's really what it boils down to. Because I've watched some of the interviews just to see how the quant traders get hired on and whatnot, and they broke down the probabilities of like UFC trades. What are the probabilities of winning? It's obviously 50-50. But then when you bump it up to, let's say 8, what is it now? Define your risk. Define your, you know, criteria, whatever, all that jazz. But that's where train. Yeah, always finding that, adapting to it. You know what's crazy too is though, now that we have AI coming about more too as well, It's gonna be obviously AI is not 100% there yet, right? It's not winning yet. It's not 100% great, but even the AI technology we have now, it's a little bit wild because AI can learn so much faster than a human being, and it can learn almost instantaneously because it's pulling data from everywhere at the same time. Now, it's obviously has its flaws, but you keep that going, you train an AI bot, it's eventually going to get to the point where it's just going to adapt to the market, and people are going to be like, all right, hey, I just need you to do this, and I'm going to walk away. Romer, dude, your trade is still winning, dog. Let's go. Let's go, dude. You're up 60 points, 50 points now. Hedge funds. Keep tweaking strategies. Yep. Adapting always, dude. Always adapt to the market. That's the thing. No strategy is 100%. Always adapting to it. That's a tough, because that is 100% true. Even if you're training like a real person too, you have to adapt your strategy to the market conditions. It's like a must, you have to always, always, always adapt. I mean, it's funny how we talk about this too. And, I've mentioned it about how success principles are universal. Universal, I can't speak right now. That also applies to everything else outside in life as well. You got to always adapt to the situation. As you get older, you need to adapt to how you react to certain things. If you're an athlete, you need to adapt how you train. If you're in business, you need to adapt how you do business. Even YouTube now, with the algorithm on social media and stuff, you have to adapt. If you are a social media content creator, you have to adapt the way you make videos. It's like trends, right? You have to adapt to the trends that keep coming. Oh yeah, Tankster. Yep. I know exactly. One day you're just like grabbing it, and the next day it's just all trendy. I've seen that happen. Actually, I've traded it through it too. I think whenever we were at all time highs, and obviously this is the power of hindsight, right? But I remember trading all time highs, and I was like, all right, today I'm gonna go long because we were at all time highs. Everything played out, and then I just somehow convinced myself that okay, the market looks overextended. Guess what? It went long, and then I decided, okay, you know what? Third time's a charm. It's definitely not gonna go up. It's gonna go down now. Nope. Just keep going up. There's a saying too. One of my close buddies said it to me because one of his buddies said it to him. So through a friend, he's like, the market can stay. What's that saying, guys? Uh, I'm gonna search this up. Oh yeah, it's the market can stay irrational longer than you can stay solvent, and that's just the thing, dude. Yeah, Romer's in it. I should have taken that short too with Romer. Should have just full ported. No, I'm just kidding. This was the last trade I took. I'm back up in positive. Whatever happened after that happened. But you're sitting solid now, Romer. You're up 50 points. Super solid. You're up $100. One thing about the market is that you will never, ever, never, ever beat the market. That's just my opinion. Is I don't think nobody out there, even if you are the best day trader, you will never, ever beat the market. You will have winning days, but the thing is, if you really want to beat the market, quote unquote, it's not beating the market. You have to join it, right? And get your piece of the pie. And once you get your piece of the pie, you back off and you just wait for more opportunities to come. And it sounds easier said than done, right? But when you just go with the flow, everything is a lot smoother. Instead of trying to fight it, you just join it and let the market do its thing. Yeah, ES is kind of holding a little bit of support. It's forming a little bit a short term from at my time, 1806 to 1830. So for the past 30 minutes, it's kind of forming a little bit of a double bottom. Let's go up to it. So ES is forming this little jump right here, right? So definitely lagging behind NASDAQ, but breakdown, I mean, I think it should, I mean, it doesn't have to do it right, but it may break NASDAQ. Yep, agreed, Romer. Self-awareness and having been able to control it, not doing what I did when I got in short emotionally. Obviously, I was tied to it. I just was convict. I had a conviction that we were going down, which it did. Right now we're down, but the execution of it was not solid. You know, the theory was right, but the execution of my trades, I should have waited for all this to happen. But you know, who could have predicted that, right? Move that out. You're like, okay, move this down now. We should sell. Nope. Get top tagged, and then it moves down. Hey, I appreciate Romer. You know, I appreciate you guys jumping on. I'll tell you what, it's a lot more fun when you have some people in the chat. Because when you're by yourself streaming, it gets pretty boring. Oh yeah. And you know, just being honest too. Sometimes I'm streaming like whenever I'm still a beginner streamer. I'm not anybody special, but when you're by yourself streaming, it's like, what do I talk about? You know, do I just stare at a screen? Like, what do you do? You know? I remember that Tinkster. Yeah, dude, it freaking saved me, man, because it was a holiday on a Monday, and I was like, why is the market not moving? I still remember that. I have pretty good memory. I can remember some good things, but yeah, man, I was like, dude, the market's not moving at all. What the heck? And I remember that it was a holiday and the markets were closed, like only open for half the day. So I was like, probably should call it. But yeah, you know, I do want to do some more giveaways too. Once I get, you know, actually, probably will do my, I guess, first ever giveaway once I hit 1,000 subscribers. You know, I think that would be a good point. That's my goal right now, is to get to 1,000 subscribers. So once we get there, y'all write it down, because we will have a giveaway at that point at 1,000 subscribers. I think it's just great. Giveaways are good too. Give back to community, have some fun, and obviously everybody and and their mother out there. If you're a streamer that does day trading, you do giveaways. But I definitely want to do that. I think that's a great way to kind of liven up the stream and give back to the community. Yes, sir. Appreciate it, Romer. I appreciate it, dude. Look, man, I love it. We're gonna get there, and once we get 1,000 subscribers, y'all remember, don't miss out on it. Cause when we get there, you're here now. Out of the trade. Oh, perfect. Where was your exit, dude? Man, impressive. That hats off to you. You held all the way down here. Hats off. You made over $100 for sure if you capped off. Even at like 40. Yeah, this is gonna be a tricky level at the low. What I would, this is not financial advice, right? But obviously, I feel like there are some orders down here, so there's some liquidity, and we've all seen it, right? Liquidity sweeping, whatever you want to call it. Some orders got to get filled down here. If I had Bookmap, I could probably see it in real action, in real time. But I would imagine there are some orders down here. It may just break down, fake below it, and then squeeze back up and just chop for the night. But keep in mind, this gap too, though, is going to be interesting. If we don't fill it tonight, then it may get filled tomorrow. But if this gap is still here after Monday, that is not going to be a really good sign. because it could indicate that we're gonna be moving lower. And I remember, I think the first time that there were like some war news, not the first time, but it was like last year, late last year in 2025, or like midway through, we were at all time highs and we had some gaps to the bottom side that just like weren't getting filled. Let's go to the daily chart. So imagine like we just kept moving up. And obviously, I think it was around here. That was 10. Yeah, actually, it was this level right here. I remember we kept going up and we opened up with this gap. I think this was a Sunday, whatever. And we're like, okay, it's going to get filled here. Nope. It just held out. And then all of a sudden, it just tanked, fell down. Everybody just got absolutely, no pun intended, their accounts got nuked. And the gap was filled. And after the fact, it was like, oh, shoot, gap fill. And gap fills don't have to happen, right? That's just kind of something that I keep in mind. Yep. I mean, Romer, dude, that was a solid trade. It doesn't matter, even if you got out here, that was a solid plan. I wanted my trade to come down here, right? But unfortunately, execution was a bit early. It is what it is. I walked away in the green. I'm very satisfied with that. And 241, solid. Start from 09. That's about, yeah, 50 points. A little bit close to 60. Coconut tea. Can you actually like taste the coconut? Or is it like a hint of coconut? You know what I mean? Daily loss limit. I am gonna be honest, Romer. I do not. Now with this Apex account, they do have a daily loss limit, and should I be using the daily loss limit? Yes, I really should. But I'm gonna be honest, with some of the past accounts I've been trading, it has been win or don't win at all. It's a little bit embarrassing to say. Hold on, hold on, y'all. Let's get some lighting here. It's getting dark. Y'all can't really see my face. Oh yeah. Let's go. Hold on. Adjust this lighting. I think that's better. Yeah, I'm looking at my OBS too, to make sure, because I'm like, oh man, it's just dark. I can't really see my facial expressions. Oh yeah. Luckily though, this Apex that I bought has a daily loss limit built into it, so definitely thankful for that. Definitely thankful. What I really need to do though is commit to being disciplined, and after taking a couple losses, just be like, hey, I'm done, walk away. Yeah. I mean, I've had it happen, Roma do, where I'm like, I need to walk away, and I don't. And I've blown my accounts. Like a moron, you know? But I'm still here. It's not good, though. Don't take that advice. Don't blow your accounts. Oh, yeah. I've been through it too, Romer. I know exactly what you're talking about. And I appreciate it. Get that day loss limit. I think TradeAway does have it too. Risk settings, yeah. My provider put $1,000. So mine's preset already, which I'm at the 3,000, so my daily loss limit has went up, but I'm not normally do much. I mean, most of the time too, what I'm doing is taking a trade like a $200 winner and walking away. Luckily though, this account, we are in the green for this one. I have another funded account with another prop firm, and I'm not gonna mention their name until they freaking give me an affiliate code. Am I being petty? Absolutely. I am 100%. But starting with them tomorrow, so I'm gonna try to get more funded accounts. What I want to do, if Apex is really good, if they're black and white, I might just get more accounts with them, because there is power in multiple accounts. Not that you can't make money with one account, you can do a lot of damage, but for me, I know that I am bound to blow funded accounts. Now I hate it. I don't want it to happen, but it's just inevitable. You know, at some point you are gonna blow a funded account. So whenever I do, that only thing that sucks about having just one account is that when you blow it, you have to start all over, and there's nothing else, right? So I want to get multiple funded accounts just so that in the event that I do go full tilt, that I lose control of everything like a moron, like I kind of did up here. You know, I'm only blowing that one count, and that can have some in the background because the emotions after you blow the count, you're like, man, now I got to start over. Oh shoot, Romer, it's still going down. Watch this just be a fake sweep to the downside. Either way, you know, I want to be able to have multiple in the pocket that I'm trading, right? I'm not holding them back. The goal is not to get funded account and not activate them. If I have funded accounts, they're activated. I just want to trade them. But I want to get them to where if I blow one, I'm like, okay, that's fine. I still have a couple other that, you know, agree on the day. Let's just walk away. You know, I'm pretty sure you guys are, you know, maybe might agree to it too, but that's just my take. I love having the, oh, excuse me. I love having multiple accounts. Sometimes it can backfire though, because you're like, oh, I have multiple funded accounts. Let me just full port this one because I have 10 more. And that can be bad. Just like anything else, nothing out there is ever good. You know, you always got to find that middle ground. I've come to find this in real life. This applies to everything else outside too, is that you have to find the middle ground. You can't just be leaning one way too much or the other. You always have to be in the middle so you can be level headed. And once you start to tilt too much in one way or the other, that's when things get dangerous. Yo, this is a freaking crazy drop. What is this? We've dropped from 320 down to 180. Yeah. It was a violent sell. But this is like a slow drop though. In theory, it's like, yo, I should have traded Asia. But this was like a slow grind down, so it's just weird. Watch this come back up, close above 230, and it's gonna go flip green. I wouldn't be surprised. ES has not made new lows. Looks like Nasdaq is doing it. Romer, I think you did pretty good, man. You caught it from up here, 300, all the way down to 241. I mean, I think that's pretty impressive. That's actually 60 points. So, you know, don't be too hard on yourself. You definitely let that run. I think that would be considered a good runner. I only trade for one mini, but I mean, that's one thing that I struggle with myself too is, dude, letting your runners run is probably one of the toughest thing. I think there's a trader, everybody knows the turtle trader. It's like that. He's from like 80s, I think, like old, but I remember he did a test with a couple of people and he brought them in for basically trading. He's like, I'm gonna give you money, you're gonna take a trade. But when you're in the green, do not take profit. Just let it run. Let it keep running. No matter how much you want to take profit, you just let it run. Because that's impressive. It's hard too. It's hard not to take profit. When you see yourself in the green and you're up about like 10, 20 points, that emotions really kick in. This is why I also want to be able to really learn how to code is not being in front of the screen. I think that's really it. It's not even coding. It's just like, yo, once you place a trade, put your take profit, stop loss, and just walk away. But a lot easier said than done, right? My funded futures, I haven't actually traded with them before, so I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know what to expect. Now, from everybody else that trades out there, there are other streamers. I think they've had good success with them. I think they have some pretty okay rules as well, and they allow you to have multiple accounts. I don't even know the full details because I've never traded with them, but as long as they are paying out, I think that's the most important thing that stands above is one, are they paying out? Because you could have another fast track trading situation, right, where everybody got rug pulled. I think we all remember that, yeah. But that's the biggest thing. Two is going to be the rules as well, not having 10 million rules, right? We know prop firms don't want traders to win, but hey, don't make it so obvious that you don't want us not to win, right? That's my thing. We know you don't want us to win, but don't make it so obvious. At least give us a chance to win, you know? Other than that, once you really got those two, I mean, everything else is really just up to you as well, you know? They pay, so that's what matters. I know Apex pays a lot of traders too. Top Step pays out their traders. I think Tradify is another one that pays their. Majority of the big prop firms you hear nowadays are paying out their customers, which is great. They're paying out the traders. Look at this market though. Broke that low. And we broke through 200s. Yeah, there's that level that I think they wanted. I don't blame you, dude. I don't blame you, Romer. Apex definitely was sketchy. And that's also, why I walked away too. But, I mean, I think Apex pays the most out of every single prop firm out there. Like, hands down, they pay the most out. And they make a lot of money too. I remember there was a whole, like, couple months of drama and stuff with it. I didn't care about it, but since I day trade, it pops up on my feed, so sometimes I can't avoid it. Yeah, I don't pay 90% discount. Oh, 100%. But that's what, that's how they build their money. People are coming in, full porting the evals, because I think for the most part, they allow you to kind of have it free and you can pass it in one day. But what really gets a lot of people is that even if you do pass the evaluation, what really matters is that can you make, can you get to a payout, right? Because just because you passed an evaluation doesn't mean that you're gonna make it to a payout. Your life doesn't change after that. It only like has started after you get funded. Once you get funded, that's where the real fight battles and the mindset shift changes immediately from evaluation to funded. Because now you have money in your mind. You're like, dude, I can actually start making money from this now. And then you got, if you're not trading with your live personal account, you're trading with preference. Now you got to play by their rules. I got to trade a certain amount of days. I got to make a certain amount of money. Some people, I've done this before too, where I've gone up to the last day and I've gone a couple dollars away and I've squandered it. Where I've gone to a payout, got greedy and lost a payout. But it's just one thing, I think their stats are, even a prop firm, not many people get to a payout. That's all mindset. Oh yeah, 100%. You like nothing is ever guaranteed. But I will say that once you do get that first payout, it kind of makes it. It's not easier, but it definitely boosts your confidence and it makes it like actually real. You get your first taste of a little bit of success. It doesn't mean you've made it yet, but I remember speaking from my experiences. I got my first payout and I was like, oh, like this is actually possible. So I feel like getting past that first hurdle, after you pass that, you're like, okay, now I can get to payouts. And it's really just adjusting yourself to it, I feel like. Because when we all first started, we're like, man, is this actually possible to make money from trading? And then once you get your first taste of it, you're like, okay, so it is possible. So now you start putting a little bit more effort into it, into trading, which I'm thankful for how far I've gotten. I think there were a couple times where I wanted to quit trading, but I stuck around. One time. Oh yeah, same here. Right here as well, Romer. I'm right there with you. The payout post payout syndrome is real. It is very much real, dude. It'll creep up on you. Get that payout, you're like, oh man, it's great. Which I've seen a lot of people talk about Apex. I think within the rules they've limited you to 6 payouts. So after the 6 payouts, your account gets closed, and a lot of people are mad about that. But I kind of put it into perspective too. This doesn't just apply to Apex. This applies to every single funded, I guess, platform trader out there and platforms in general. Is like, how many people are actually making it past 2 payouts in a row? Which I had before. My record was 5 in a row, and I made $1,000 each day. Literally withdrawing $1,000 5 days in a row, and after that, it tanked. I mean, look. Speaking of tanking, Romer, man, this market is doing a lot of dirty stuff. We're getting a repeat of a Thursday night session. But back on topic, not to get distracted here. You know, how many people actually get multiple payouts in a row? It's like, hey, don't worry about how many payouts you can get. Worry about making money first before you worry about getting multiple profit payouts. Yeah, exactly. Confidence is up there, and it's the thought too. When you are on a winning streak, that little thought of when is this streak gonna end? Is today the day that I'm gonna lose? Is this really gonna happen? And it kind of becomes like a dopamine of like you just get addicted to making money. And it's not even, I guess this is me. I don't know if you guys have done this, but the post payout syndrome is just like, yo, I've made money and I can keep making money. I don't want to stop losing money. I don't want to get rid of this feeling. And at this point, you're chasing the feeling, right? Instead of actually zoning in on the process, you're chasing that dopamine feeling of, oh, making money. Because it feels really good to make money, right? When you see that green and you see that take profit and you like close out, you're like, dude, this feels great. Like, I want this to keep going, Yeah. I mean, you did great, Romer. It seems like you're doing good you're doing great. You held that 60-point move for your personal, solid. And having a clear mind definitely helps with trading. When you have a lot of stuff going on in the background, there's a lot of noise. It can be very hard to trade, which is why I think traders, this industry has a lot of, lonely people. But I think it's beneficial that way as well, because when you're trading, I almost like, whenever I'm trading, dude, besides trading on stream and stuff, like I don't want any background noise. For me, it took me a bit to get adjusted to trading while having a couple people on stream watch. But the thing is, like, when I'm trading and I'm really focused, I don't want any other noise. I don't want you texting me. I don't want you calling me. I don't care what you're going through. It sounds bad. I sound like a terrible human being, right? But whenever I'm in the zone, I just want to focus, right? So it kind of works out when you're trading. But that's just me. Oh yeah, Romer. Like I said, I think you're a young guy too. Look, man, stay disciplined. You definitely got a very, very high ceiling. You know, a lot of potential, and just you gotta realize it. Because by the time you're in your mid-20s, you could be a free man, enjoying life. And I will say this as well: I'm in the corporate world right now. Y'all don't want to be there. Y'all do not want to be there for long. Maybe some of you are already. I started when I was young, but it's like I'm still young. Okay, I'm only in my mid-20s. I'm not an unk yet. I guess I am considered unk status, but anyways, mid-20s. It's like, dude, all the memes you see about corporate life, and I guess it's just any job. You don't want to. This is just me, but I don't want to be working a job for the rest of my life, y'all. But you're a young Romer, dude. Like, absolutely take advantage of the opportunity that you've taken, because you can. The sky's the limit, dude. You can make so much and be so much further, especially nowadays. Because trading, you don't need a degree to trade. All you need is yourself, the discipline, control of emotions, a strategy that works, you know, in your favor. That's it. That's the beauty about trading. But overall, like I said, I definitely want multiple streams of income. Trading is one avenue of it, but trading definitely is great. Look at the market though. I mean, it looks like we're kind of setting up another bear flag. You know what's crazy though is ES has not broken the lows yet. Nasdaq has. So is this just like a ploy? I mean, I don't think I'm gonna be taking another trade. I've definitely calmed down since I've taken that trade up here. It was great, and I'm glad I took profit where I did. But had I just held it, should have, could have, wouldn't have because I did it. 9/11. That's where it's at, Roman. I'll tell you, dude. 40 hours a week, that you're on the right path. I mean, everything you're doing is right. And I will tell you this: you're definitely doing the right things. You're not out partying. You're not out doing anything stupid, right? Keep up the grind. No one else out there besides you is gonna know this, but it will pay off. 9 to 11, then midnight to 2. Oh yeah, I'm telling you, man, dude, keep that up. Keep up that good work. That's the work ethic that you need. A lot of people out there that want to, pursue this as well. It's not a knock on them, right? Here's the thing: people are gonna do what they want in life, and if what you want in life is just to be content with where you're at, work a job, 40 hours for the rest of your life, that's okay. I'm not gonna dog you on that. Everybody has things they want to do. Some people have bigger ambitions, some people don't. That's perfectly fine. But if you do want to have, you know, live a different lifestyle, I talk about this with a lot of people, and I've learned it from my mentor as well that, you have to put in the work, right? What you're doing, Romer, is great. That's the grind, that's the work that a lot of people are not willing to do. And that you have to do it. If you want to succeed, it's a non-negotiable. I'm just put it out there. You have to put in the hard work. Now, work smart, but even if you do work smart, you will have to work hard. It's a non-negotiable. And if you want to try to negotiate the price of success, then you will only get mediocre results. You're never ever going to get the full results. And the thing is that it's literally unlimited. There's always going to be a higher level. So you always have to keep setting new goals. Always be setting new goals. Because people that, even if they do make it big, this is why you hear people, make it big and then they drop off the face of earth and they go broke, is because they stop setting new goals. There's a quote I've learned from some of my mentors that, a man without vision shall perish. If you don't keep setting new goals, dude, you become content, you start to hit that little steady line, you're going to drop off. Yeah, Romer. Dude, very possible. In a few years, I mean, that could happen very soon. You never know. The thing is, you never know when you're just going to when you're going to pop off. It's kind of crazy because you'll be sitting here working. Obviously, I haven't made it yet. I'm still working too, right? But having seen a little bit of that side of myself, you can just be sitting here doing your work, and then all of a sudden something just happens, right? The right opportunity comes, and you finally just hit it off, and then things automatically change from that. But you don't get there if you don't put in the work, right? You're doing the right work. You put in the hours. You're not making excuses. Obviously, working 40 hours a week. I've worked in the restaurant industry, dude. I know how tough it can be at times, right? Especially when you walking around, obviously working in high stress environments. You're dead tired. You're not making excuses. You're making it happen. So keep it up. Anyways, kind of got on my little soap opera box. I've gotten away. Not much happened in the market. We're really just selling, still selling down. ES straight moved back up to kind of the highs. So ES is not respecting NASDAQ at all. Or I guess NASDAQ is not respecting ES. We're going to hang out the lows. I don't care what you are, what you're saying, what you do. I'm going to do me. Oh, yeah. It's going to work, man. I'm right there with you. That's it, dude. Trust the process. It's not going to work immediately. This gap, though. Now, if I were a gambling man, Romer, Tankster, if you're still here, I'm just long right here, right? Close my eyes. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to be smart. I'm basically $200 away from locking in a payout, so we're not there yet. Job's not done. 1 minute. Let me look at it. Yeah. Sitting pretty good. Can't go long. That means that I have to go long, Tankster. That means I have to do it. You know, now that you're telling me not to do it, I have to do it. We're at 200s. I just have to do it. I'm just kidding. I'm joking, guys. But with that being said, you know, I think this is probably a good spot to call it. I don't think I'm going to be taking any more trades here. So I got to go get some stuff set up. It's about to be night for me. So got some stuff. I got to plan tomorrow, right? Plan my day tomorrow so that I'm not behind. It's just the man I am. If I don't plan tomorrow, then I've already lost it. But I'm going to call it here. You know, appreciate you two tuning in. Well, still can't speak. So as a blast. Either way, if anybody else is new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, because I am going live more often this year. I will be trading. You'll see me sometimes Asia session. Sometimes you see me during the New York session. So you don't want to miss the entertainment. Not financial advice as always. But yes, sir. We will see you guys next time. Y'all be smart about your trading. And as always, be smart.